What's up, Hillbillies? Back in the bee suit, you know what that means today. We just saw another swarm. Actually, we saw it yesterday. But today, we're gonna be putting it into an observation hive. Super exciting stuff. But we're gonna do it like hillbillies. Why? Because it's way at the top of one of these trees over here. Stick along for the journey. There she goes. Now, for those of you that are unaware, there's oil here, air pressure. This is a 1968 vehicle. They didn't really care too much about safety. If you don't have air pressure, you don't have brakes. It's not like the modern stuff. You don't have air pressure, the brakes are on all the time. So we're gonna let this thing idle for a bit and we're gonna drive it over to where the bees are. And I'm just gonna pull this out a little bit and let it idle. I'm gonna let off the clutch very slowly. All right, clutch is out. We're gonna let this idle and build up some air pressure. All right, while this is idling and building up air pressure, we're gonna go show you where the rest of the bees are while Bob's warming up here. Call my buddy, Farmer Rick of Tackleberry Farms. Hey Rick, you want bees? And he said, yeah. So he's driving up and this is the bee swarm in this video up here that we caught. And he's like, oh, he parked his truck under the tree. I was like, why you parked his truck under the tree? He's like, that's where the swarm is. So what the hell are you talking about? That is a smaller swarm. I'm gonna zoom in, see if you guys can see it here. That swarm right there is the second swarm. Maybe it's 30,000 bees. And I think that it came from this guy right here. But problem is that truck's 5 feet tall and it's way up there, which, you know, on camera probably doesn't seem like very much. It's pretty high up there. So this gentleman here, Tackleberry Farms, go check his channel out. He's got a heck of a Milwaukee pack-out video for you. And he's gonna be doing a how-to video on that soon. So go check his channel out. It's down below in the comments.
And apparently a hell of a boob video too.
And for safety purposes, we have elected to not film up close. So we're just gonna set up the 2 stationary cameras here. All right, and guys, at this point we could have been way easier, but to get good filming for you, I wanted you guys to see this. It's pretty easy. You're gonna go with one single shake. And then quickly, but carefully, put this on over. And the bees should start going in there, assuming that we caught the queen. Give this guy a toss here. Look, all the bees are trying to go back to where they think they were. Some are attacking. If you guys look down here carefully, there's a bunch right here. I'm gonna very gently move them over here. And look, they now know something's up. They've decided to move areas. At this point, we're gonna give them about 20, 30 minutes to figure out where their new home is, and we'll come back.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, we are now inside with Farmer Rick. Again, Tackleberry Farms, check him out. There's a cool thumbnail right here if you wanna check out his channel. And basically, we are gonna be installing the observation hive. We just got inside. Now, what do I have in my hand here? Now, why would I have a Langstroth frame when clearly I'm a Lands guy? This is one of those things that's kind of gross because traditional style beekeeping instead of natural style beekeeping. Now, I'm just joking. These are what's widely used by everybody in the industry and the world. So this is the only place that we have an observation hive. There's a link below to this observation hive if you want. If you're gonna buy one, please consider getting one. With that link, it doesn't cost you anything extra. I'll get a buck or two if you buy one. Now, the cool thing is,
he's going to become a billionaire by you people buying one or two of these things.
Think about that. I made $18 last month from selling 10,000 things for Amazon. 18 bucks, so we're almost there.
I bet Jeff Bezos didn't do as well.
Yeah, basically this guy here, no one makes any observation hives, so that's why we have one of these. And I have some cool videos, because the rest of the world does use these, of how to make your hive efficient if you need one. Well, we're gonna basically be taking this guy up, lifting it here, installing it there. We've got a piece of tubing. We're gonna then drill through the hole, drill through outside where that tubing is at. That tubing is gonna then go through the wall to outside. And these are super cool. Oh, look at that, we can see through it. So it's got 9 frames, 3 stacks of 3. It's pretty neat. So we're gonna lift this up. You guys are gonna see that next. And then we'll go grab those bees, throw them in here. All right, guys, here's the update. The deuce and a half is way on the other side of the tennis courts. I've just moved the box here. I have some frames right here. Out this end here is the caulk, or the end for the observation hive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this guy up carefully and I'm gonna put the frames in there. Hopefully the bees establish on there. I'm leaving this here. I'm gonna open this gate because this is within 3 feet of that entrance. The foragers can start to acclimate to the area. They'll smell this. When they come back and this is gone, hopefully they'll be wafting towards the scent of the new location. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. All I'm gonna do, you're not gonna miss much. The hive is probably on a cluster underneath it, kind of like a teardrop shape. I'm gonna lift this up very carefully, give it a gentle shake, and then I'm gonna put the frames in on top of them so they have space, close the lid back on, and I'm gonna leave for another hour or so. This was a complete and total
ba ba.